ultimate in high-fidelity music listening and home recording pleasure within the reach of everyone.
Linehan's conviction was overturned in 2010. From the beginning, Mechele Linehan and John Carlin were adamant about their innocence. Both were devastated when they were found guilty, and their defense teams immediately appealed the decision. Then, in 2010, Linehan got an incredible break when her appeal was accepted. The courts decided using Kent Leppink's prophetic letter was inadmissible as evidence, and that it was circumstantial at best. They also argued introducing the letter through witness testimony was inadmissible. Prosecutors were given some time to formulate a new strategy to re-indict Linehan, but they were unable to do so. At that point, the murder charges against Linehan were dropped, and she walked away a free woman. A third suitor was possibly involved. Kent Leppinkseemed wasn't the only man who proposed to Mechele Linehan. She was engaged to John Carlin III as well. There was also a third man, Scott Hilk, who was the first to propose to Linehan. Curiously, Hilk was never a person of interest in Leppink's murder case. By the time Leppink was killed, Hilk experienced some realizations about Linehan's true nature and moved away from Alaska. He even came to the conclusion that when she visited him at Lake Tahoe, she was actually using him one last time. Her intent was to be out of the state when anything bad that was going to happen happened. I believe now I was used as an alibi. The motive was likely $1 million insurance policy. Kent Leppinkseemed was so enamored by Mechele Linehan, he proposed to her a month after they first met. Their supposed love was something he absolutely obsessed over, and he told his entire family about the woman he met and how wonderful she was. He even told them her grandfather had bought him a life insurance policy to the tune of $1 million as a wedding present. His mother and father were skeptical, and they tried their hardest to warn him, saying, "Leppink said, Mom, Mechele's grandpa gave us our wedding gift. It's $1 million insurance policy on my life." I said, "Kent, that's insane. No grandpa buys the future husband of his granddaughter $1 million life insurance policy." We were scared to death. I said, "Get out of there, you're in trouble." Linehan's emails revealed her manipulative nature. One of the key pieces of evidence the prosecution used during the trial was a series of email correspondences between Mechele Linehan and her suitors. The prosecution argued the emails highlighted the ways in which Linehan manipulated each of the men in a completely unique manner. Damningly, one of the emails mentioned criminals were never extradited from the Republic of Seychelles, which made the state an ideal location to move to. In addition to the topics discussed, the prosecution noted Linehan attempted to destroy the emails prior to the trial. Linehan took Leppink's laptop and sent it to her sister, with the hope that its contents would be erased. Luckily, her sister declined, as she realized Linehan had no sympathy for the death of her supposed friend and fiancé. Linehan's sister described her siblings' apathy, saying she said it was too bad someone didn't torture him first. "She told me that he got what he deserved. People didn't like him and he hunted and stuffed animals." Linehan and Carlin were found guilty in 2007. Although investigators saw that Kent Leppinkseemed, Mechele Linehan, and John Carlin were all physically and emotionally tied to each other. Before long, Linehan and Carlin both left Alaska to live their separate lives. In 2004 and 2005, Investigators recovered incriminating emails and even convinced Carlin's son to testify about his father's gun ownership. Carlin had previously denied owning a firearm, but his son later noted that both his father and Linehan had soaked a handgun in disinfectant to clean it. The contradiction was enough to break a hole in Carlin's defense, and the prosecution used it to drive home their case. After a very contentious deliberation, the jury found Carlin and Linehan guilty. The judge ordered them both to serve 99 years in prison, the maximum sentence they could have received. Kent Leppinkseemed was lured to his death in 1996. In May 1996, Kent Leppinkseemed was going crazy. The engagement he believed he had with Mechele Linehan, then Mechele Hughes, was deteriorating. Just days before his death, he discovered what investigators dubbed the Hope Note, which they believed was written by Linehan and her other lover, John Carlin, to lure Leppink to his death. The note revealed the existence of a cabin in Hope, where Linehan took one of her lovers for a tryst. In reality, there never was a cabin. The prosecution believed the plan was for Leppink to ask Carlin to take him to the cabin so he could confront Linehan. When they arrived there, it was Carlin's job to dispose of Leppink. He was shot 3 times with a .44 caliber pistol at close range, once in the back, once in the stomach, and once in the face.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.